Hello and welcome to a brand new video with me, FoxyNoTail, here on the internet. And we are looking at the Minecraft feedback website for the latest beta release. Yes, this is going to be a beta video, and we're looking at what they're adding to Minecraft in 1.16, and I'm talking about Minecraft on the Bedrock edition of the game. I will be looking at the beta today. I've got that loaded up on my laptop, but first let's just check out what they're adding. If you weren't already aware, originally, for Bedrock Edition, we were going to get a Minecraft 1.15, which was going to be a bug fix and parity update. They're now skipping that and putting all of the work they've done from that so far into 1.16, which is going to be the Nether update. So we're not going to get an interim update called 15. We're going to go straight from what we're on now, which is 14, to 16, which is the Nether update. And it even says there, look, we are skipping 1.15, so the next release will be 1.16. So Bedrock Edition and Java Edition numbers will be in line with each other. What does that mean? It means that there might not be as many bug fixes and parity changes as we were hoping for, but at least we'll be getting an update for the Nether stuff relatively quickly, I guess. So before we dive into all of the Nether stuff, let's look at some of the parity updates we'll be getting, and I want to start with some of the ones I can actually test. So mobs, including the player, will no longer drown in lava. Let's check that out. Okay, so here on the beta version of Minecraft Bedrock Edition, we have a creeper in a glass box and a little funnel of lava there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw this splash potion of fire resistance onto that creeper, and then I'm going to very quickly try and get some lava in that hole there. There we go, and put some glass on top so he doesn't swim up, and check that he doesn't drown. Now, it's very difficult to see because we're not in there with him, but I'm going to guess he's not going to drown. And we're also going to throw a little bit of fire resistance on ourselves as well. And there we go. No bubbles, look. We're not getting any bubbles, which is great. So we're no longer going to drown in the lava, which is a lovely change. It's, yeah, that's nice. And the creeper looks like he's doing okay as well. No signs of the creeper suffocating in that lava there. Brilliant. Well, I really like the look of this. Passive mobs will now only spawn on blocks where they're supposed to. Now, that's going to be pretty difficult to test. We're going to skip that one for now. And we're going to go down all the way until this one. Dropped items will now turn into a 3D model and spin, just like drop blocks. Now, that's been in Java Edition forever. It's about time that came to Bedrock Edition. Let's check it out. So the easiest thing to do is just throw that bucket on the floor, and you can see it is a 3D item now. It's no longer a flat texture. Same thing we can do with this grass block or this dirt block here. They were always 3D like that, but now items like that are going to be 3D. They've got an edge to them. So this only applies to items as opposed to blocks. So let's just check a few things out. Let's grab ourselves some fences. Let's get some glass panes. We'll grab some Soulfire torches. Why not? And let's grab a crafting table as well. And let's just throw some of these things on the floor, and we can see they've all got 3D textures there, which is absolutely great. If we go to current version of Minecraft and check these things out as well, you'll see a big difference. Let's do that. Okay, so in Minecraft 1.14, you can see that the fence post and the crafting table have the 3D textures, but if we throw down the creeper egg, the bucket, the torch, and the sea pickle, they all have a flat texture, and they spin round depending on what way the player's facing. This is basically like graphics from the 1990s. So it's really nice to see, jumping back to the latest version, that in the beta we're now getting these spinning round 3D textures the way it should be. Another nice parity change is that podzol will now be created under spruce trees when mega pine trees are created by the player. Now, this has been in Java Edition for a little while, not too long, but it's nice to see that come into Bedrock. Let's check it out. Right then, all we got to do is place down a mega spruce tree and grow that, and no podzol. Maybe we need to be in the taiga biome. Well, I don't know about a mega taiga, but I found this really interesting world generation feature. I really liked that. It's so bizarre. There's just like this infinite savanna that I've just gone past, coming up to a desert, and then we've got this tiny little bit of extreme hills just there. The smallest little bit of biome I've ever seen in my life. Okay, so here we are above a taiga biome. You can see there is a taiga village here as well. None of the trees are actually spawning in naturally with podzol underneath, but let's see what happens when we try and grow a mega spruce tree. Let's find out. Does it have podzol underneath? It doesn't. All right, I have come over a very long way to a giant spruce taiga biome, which, yeah, pretty rare. Pretty rare. It's a long way out in the world as well. Let's just see what happens here. Now, this is actually a very small biome in this particular seed. So, oh, there's already podzol there, so it's pointless doing it there. Let's find a little bit of grass and let's see what happens here. Let's try that. And we got a tree, and it's too big to actually tell. Yeah, but no podzol under that either. So I think this bug fix has not actually worked at all, because I've tried that in various biomes now, and we're not getting any podzol growing underneath those. So we'll have to send that one off to the devs, mate, and tell him, mate, what you done? It's broke. The next parity change that I quite like, but it seems to be a little bit controversial, is this one, which says blocks will now lose their waterlogged state when pushed by a piston. Now, I know Prowl himself feels pretty strongly about this one. I think it's a good thing, and let me show you why. Okay, so staying over at our Taiga biome, if I waterlog this fence post here and then push the piston, what will happen is, what should happen at least, is the water goes, which is what happens on Java Edition. Now, if we go back to the original Minecraft, if we do the same thing here and we waterlog that and then we push it, the water actually gets taken with it, which means what we can effectively do is make flying machines that will carpet bomb your entire world with waterlogged blocks, which is not great if you're on open access multiplayer servers. What will happen is you'll get creepers come along, they'll make a simple flying machine, not like this is just for demonstration, and you'll end up with the entire world covered in very, very laggy water and everything damaged, which is not great. So that change back to the beta, if we're looking at that now, I think that's a really, really good decision for them to have made, because you can't do the same thing. Let's change that out for a normal piston. Let's do exactly what I just did. Let's waterlog that, let's push it along and retract it again, and then, oh yeah, the water's already gone, so there's no point in carrying on. Yeah, I think that's a good thing, just for griefers and stuff like that. There really isn't a great deal of use in having it to be able to be pushed. There's not many farms and things that really need that as a requirement. There is always going to be other ways around it. And now the final but most important parity change before we get on to the nether stuff is the despawn rules have been changed to closely match the Java despawn rules, which is something we've all wanted for a very long time. This change allows the mobs to more consistently spawn around the player and to improve the frequency of mobs spawning underground while the player is exploring caves, as well as trying to farm areas that spawn specific mobs. So basically what this means is that mobs can now spawn, but when you go a certain distance away from them, they're going to despawn and allow other mobs to spawn around the player. Whereas what happened before, mobs wouldn't despawn. Did you see that creeper's just completely gone? Mobs didn't used to despawn. They would stay basically loaded in the game all the time, which prevented mobs from spawning elsewhere. So these skeletons here, hopefully if we go up high enough, you should see those two completely disappear. We just need to be more than 54 blocks away. There they go, they've gone. And now when we go back down, those skeletons have gone and allowed two more to spawn there and another creeper. This is absolutely fantastic news if you're making mob farms, or if you just want to be able to, you know, get mobs like normal or feel like your world is more alive. This works for passive mobs as well as hostile mobs. The bad news is, although it's not really bad news, is that the range is really limited. So this is basically a way that I can very, very roughly demonstrate what this means. What we've got here is an area with a redstone block in the middle, that's at 0, 0, and then a cube which goes out 54 blocks in each direction made of smooth stone. And then on the outside of that, we've got some white concrete going up to 128 blocks in each direction in those ones. Now, you have to use your imagination a little bit here. The despawning algorithm is not square like this. It is circular. So this smooth stone area really should be a circle around, cutting off those corners. And the white area as well should be the same. It should be a smooth circle as well. But for if we go out in straight lines, the idea is absolutely sound. So putting this creeper over here in a little box over at block 55, if we go all the way back to the center, it should disappear. But any blocks before we get there, he should stay there. So if we head back over this way, we should be able to still see him at this point here. But if we go back one more block, he should despawn, which is not actually doing, which is really bizarre. Maybe it's because it's from a spawn egg rather than a natural spawn. But yeah, that's what it should mean, that when they're more than 54 blocks away, they will despawn. Now on Java Edition, the difference is that range actually goes up to 128 blocks away here. So the creeper would have to be at this point there on that block for it to despawn when it got out of range. So that's a massive area that mobs can spawn and despawn on Java Edition compared to Bedrock. It's much more than twice the size. It's a ridiculous amount bigger, and that's fair enough. Wow, he's still there on that. Okay, so spawn eggs mean you're going to get permanent mobs still, but yeah, if we got actual spawns, then that wouldn't necessarily be the case. So Bedrock Edition is limited by the fact that it has to be available to work on every device, and it's got simulation distances which take into account and all those sorts of things to make it work across different platforms. So it's understandable that there is a performance downgrade, but this is such a small area compared to the outside area that really is minimizing the sort of size of farms and things you can have. The annoying thing, though, is that using spawn eggs means you get persistent mobs, which means I can't do these tests. So I'm going to have to set it to nighttime and hope we get some mobs at the right sorts of places so that I can demonstrate it. Okay, so what we should see is we shouldn't see any mobs spawning outside of this grey area at all, which we won't. Now, if we actually go over to the white area over there and we get some mobs spawning near the border, what we'll see as we go back to center is that they will disappear. So let's keep our eyes on those. Let's keep our eyes on them, and there, that one's gone over there, and that skeleton over there should disappear in a second. He's just come into the grey area. There we go, he's disappeared. Basically, yeah, they disappear at that distance, whereas on Java Edition, all of these ones on this white area as well would still be there, even when you're all the way in the center over there. So it's a huge difference, but you can see already, just moving around, things despawning and spawning in just mean we're going to get such a faster rate of mobs at mob farms, because as soon as they despawn or get killed, you're going to get more spawning, which is absolutely fantastic. So yeah, big thumbs up from that. Anyway, I've rambled on for ages about that. Let's actually go and check out what's new with the Nether. Hang on, I scrolled down a bit and found more before we nip into the Nether. We just want to see that villagers have had a little bit of an upgrade. Players more reliably rate their popularity within a village. Basically, trading with villagers should now actually work properly and increase the players' popularity in that village, which should allow them to actually bring down the cost of trades, which is really good. What's also amazing news is we've got an increased golem spawn rate and modified spawn rules, which means we're going to get loads more iron, and it says at least 75% of the villagers must have worked in the past day to get an iron golem, which might be a problem because we've still got loads of villager unlinking issues on Bedrock Edition. So if they've all unlinked, they can't have worked, which means you can't get a golem. You need a minimum of 20 beds instead of having 10 beds, so that's gone up, and only one golem will spawn for every 10 villagers. So you still only need 10 villagers, but you need 20 beds, and every villager has to have a bed. So you need a full village. If you've got extra villagers and not enough beds, you won't get an iron golem, and yeah, that's some interesting rules. I don't know why they don't just make it like Java Edition and let them spawn one when they get scared. Hopefully they'll do that in the future. Villagers will no longer become preoccupied with sharing carrots. They'll actually do work instead of just throwing carrots at each other all day. That's good. That's been in the game way too long. And there is a whole lot more gameplay and mob-related things and block updates and fixes that we're not going to look into today because we've been going on way too long, and it's time we actually got looking at the Nether stuff. Well, here we are, a gold fox with gold tools and some little bit of chicken is going to go through into the Nether now and find out what's going on the other side. Hopefully we should see good things and not just the standard boring old Nether. Oh, it's just the standard boring old Nether, and it's very frame ratey. We've lost a lot of frames coming in here. We've got some of the new basalt things here, which is nice. Some basalt pillars, they look pretty good. I like the looks of these things. Oh look, there's a piglin rooking about over there that I didn't even spot. Hang on guys, I'll get to you in a minute. This is a Soulsand Valley, I guess, but it doesn't look particularly impressive, does it? The screenshots and the videos I've seen on Java Edition basically make the Soulsand Valleys look really big and encapsulating and really exciting. That looks a little bit pants, to be honest with you. Here we go. We've got a red Crimson Biome McJobby over here. These look pretty good. I like the look of this with the vines and everything. Are the vines climbable? Can we go up those if we grow that a little bit? Can we climb up the vines? Let's go into... Yeah, we can. We can do that. And can we bone meal them? So these crimson vines, I believe they're called. And yes, we can bone meal those, which is great. Can't bone meal these things. We can bone meal the little mushrooms, though. Make those very big. And there's lots of piglins around here. Now, do you do trading yet? You've seen that I've got gold. You're coming very close to me. I got to say, it's a little bit much. These guys must really like their gold. Well, here you go. Have some gold. No, you don't actually want it. You just want to take... Just leave me alone. Just take the gold. They're taking it, but they're not doing a great deal with... Oh, they are. They are dropping stuff. Let's do it from a distance then, because I can't get in. They are Oh, they are trading stuff. They're just dropping stuff, but all they're dropping is nether wart blocks. They're not dropping anything else. So I guess that's not been added in yet. But that it would be nice if they actually picked it up like they do on Java Edition. Hold it, look at it, and then give you stuff. Now they've just given up altogether. Oh, they're going to go attack that Hoglin now. Okay, you're not interested in gold anymore. Well, that didn't last very long, did it? And you didn't even bother with him. Okay, well, let's get our gold back out. Do you want any more gold? No, they've forgotten how to do bartering. Okay. Well, and we've got some zombie piglins here, or zombified piglins, should I say. Basically, the zombie pigmen have been updated. I don't like them. I don't like the look of them. I think this football-shaped weird head and the weird ears is way too modded and way too off-brand for Minecraft, to be honest with you. I like what they're doing. I just don't like the textures. I think the textures are just... They're too much like... They just don't look good. You know, there's so many good textures in Minecraft. I just don't think these look good. And I know everyone raves, oh, they've got cute flappy ears. No, I don't like it. Doesn't do anything for me. Doesn't do anything for me, these flappy ears. Let's go and chop the Hoglin to bits and see what happens with that. Here, you. Let me get your bits. Come here. And we get pork chop. Of course we do. It's a little bit underwhelming, I have to say, to be honest with you, on the Bedrock Edition. On Java Edition, pretty much most of the Nether is new biomes. On here, it's pretty much old biome with little splatterings of the new biomes in here, which, yeah, just doesn't look that fantastic, really, does it? I like the fog, but at the minute, you can see I'm not actually in a Soulsand biome, but I'm getting that Soulsand fog. Let's give ourselves a little bit of night vision. It might have just been the slow fade between the two. Yeah, it's a very slow fade between the two, look. The time it took to go from the blue fog to the red fog, that seemed to take ages. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's, yeah, kind of a... I think that's too long. I think that takes too long, but it's not too bad. Got some more piglins over here. Let's go into survival. And let's see how we handle these sorts of things. Oh, hang on a minute. We've got gas here. I forgot about that. Hey. No, wait. No, you're not allowed to shoot me. Stop. Okay, so now we're in survival and not getting pelted by gas. Let's see what's going on. We've got another friendly pigman here. Yeah, they just give you nether wart blocks, which is... It's not the best thing in the world, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, room for improvement there. And we got the zombie pigmen. Do you still do the thing? If I hit one of you, they're all going to go mad? They are. Okay, that's good. I'm glad we found that out. Oh, no. It's a disaster. Stop it. No, leave me alone. Stop it. Oh, dear. Oh, no. Oh, jeez. I'm winning. Oh, I'm dead. Now, if you're thinking that I sound a little bit doom and gloom about all this, I'm absolutely not. This is a beta snapshot. It is not the end product. There is still work being done. This is the first beta snapshot on the Bedrock Edition, so I'm not expecting miracles on day one. So yeah, I'm really happy with the fact that all of these things are coming over, but there are obvious places where things need to be improved, and that's the whole point of doing these videos, is so that the developers can see, well, if they watch my stuff anyway, the developers can see, yeah, these things need to be improved and they can work on them. Right, so we've tried bartering with these guys. The other thing is, supposedly these guys are allergic to the blue torches, and it looks like they are. I say allergic to, they don't like the blue torches. It makes them run away, which it seems to be the case. So that's quite interesting. And I think the Hoglins actually like the blue torches. So let's check that out. Let's put one over here. Yeah, that's not bothered at all by that, but they don't like the mushrooms, I believe. So we've got two new types of fungus. We've got the warped fungus and the crimson fungus, and I believe the Hoglins don't like the warped fungus. That's absolutely right, they don't. But I think they do like the crimson fungus. Maybe, let's put some down. No, he's running away from me. He's running into lava. That's how much he dislikes the crimson fungus. But let's try another Hoglin. Let's chuck a few of these guys down here, and let's do that again. So I'm holding a crimson one. What about the warped one? See, that was weird, because I thought, I'm not really sure. I'm not sure, mate. Right, let's put that one there. Come back here. Who's he running away from? Maybe he's running away from the piglins. See, he's not bothered by the crimson ones, but the warped ones run straight away from. I think that was a bit of an off thing. I think they were running away from the piglins and not from the fungus. Yeah. So there you go. The Hoglins don't like the mushrooms, and the pigmen don't like the blue flames. Let's put those down again. Off they go, running away from the blue flame. So there you go. That's a good way you can get out of trouble. Now, I'm not going to go into massive amounts of detail about how you can, use all of these new woods and everything like that. There's plenty of other YouTube videos out there with people doing it. But what I am thinking about doing is maybe doing a few videos as a little bit of a let's play on the beta edition, but I'd like your feedback on that. If you think that's something you'd like me to do, then I am all up for it. So please let me know in the comments if you would like me to do a little let's play, not a long one, but just a short let's play while the beta edition of the game is out, and I'll think about doing that. So we've seen the Crimson Forest and we've seen the Soulsand Valleys, but we are yet to see the Warped Forest. Let's see if we can go and find one of those because they look relatively rare. And let's just give ourselves some crazy night vision again to see if we can actually see one cropping up anywhere. That's not actually helped though, has it? You can see the majority, like here, nearly all of the area surrounding me is just normal nether. There's absolutely no biomes in this bit whatsoever. There's none down, there's none up. This is just all one big expanse of normal nether, which is, pretty boring really. We've got a random piece of netherrack just there. But yeah, you would expect, look at it, it goes on for miles, just normal boring nether. You would expect to see a few more of the new biomes than what we're currently getting. So hopefully they'll fix that in upcoming updates. Now we have got a Nether Fortress here, which should only spawn in these biomes. However, it looks like this one, it may have like grown into the warped forest, but it looks like we have got a warped forest over here, which I think looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love the look of these new blocks, which apparently the best tool to get these new blocks is a hoe. I need to go into survival to check this properly, but yeah, that doesn't seem like that's been implemented yet. That's took a long time. Let's just check that against other tools. And that's actually a good opportunity to try some of these new netherite tools. So, pickaxe is pretty slow. Netherite pickaxe is pretty slow. Axe is pretty slow. Netherite axe is pretty slow. Diamond hoe. Yeah, that doesn't look like that's been implemented yet, that the hoes will actually mine the warp blocks faster, which is absolutely fine. We've got the crimson... that's good though. Look at that. Insta-mine. No enchantments on that. That's a netherite pickaxe, and that insta-mined that wood there. That was very, very nice. Let's see how it does on the fortress. Now, I'm very aware that I'm in survival mode with no clothes on in the nether in a nether fortress. Ow! And I'm on fire. Yeah, not as impressive on the netherrack bricks, but on that stuff, that was amazing. Let's go and find another bit of that wood, because that was so fast. What's a normal diamond one like? Is it just really soft wood? Yeah, not as fast as that. That was just instant. That's really good. And we got these amazing new lights as well. I really like the look of these. These are supposed to also be quicker to mine with the hoe, but again, not been implemented just yet. Shroom light it's called. I love it. I think that's great. And the last thing I want to check out before I check out from this video is the netherite. So we're going to come relatively low down in here, and we're going to just chuck a load of TNT down here. We're going to make an absolutely crazy explosion and see if we can uncover some of that amazing new ore. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you'll soon see. This is definitely going to be easier with commands. And that should just about do it. There we go. Very nice. Yes, that's plenty of TNT. That should do quite well. There we go. Oh, really? Beaters be beaters, I suppose. There we go. Explode, my pretties! Hey, there we go. Beautiful. What a wonderful sight to behold. Oh, dear. Oh, my frames. 4 frames a second. I think I broke it. As it turns out, this may not have been the smartest thing I could have done with my time today. This has been going on a while. I think maybe if I log out and log in again, potentially. Oh no, it's slowing down. There we go. Oh, the world's come back. And there we go. Did you see that? We have some of that tasty new stuff. We have, what's this called? Ancient debris. So if I break that with my pickaxe, ideally not in... Yeah, I need to not be in thingy mode, really. Let's cheat, and let's take some of this ancient debris over somewhere we can stand in survival and not be deaded. Let's put that down. And now let's break it. And what we get from the ancient debris, which seems to take forever and a day to actually mine through, come on, is we get a piece of ancient debris. Really? Oh, do we have to smelt it? Okay, let's pop down a blast furnace. Let's chuck in some ancient debris with some coal. There we go. We are going to get some netherite scrap. And not very much of it. We need more ancient debris. Need more of it. So you take your netherite scrap out of your blast furnace and you grab yourself some gold and you put those onto the crafting table in a shape like that, and you will get, for 4 netherite scrap and 4 gold ingots, you will get 1 netherite ingot. So we can get 2 of those, and what you can then do with those is you can apply them to your pickaxe or your tools or your armor in order to make netherite armor. Now, later on in the game, again, it's not been implemented yet, but we will be able to do this with the smithing table, I believe. So the smithing table should have a GUI that allows you to do the same thing. So you will basically put your diamond pickaxe in with a piece of netherite and you will get a netherite pickaxe back. The same with your tools and armor. And you can also enchant these as well. And these are basically an upgrade from diamond tools, which is amazing. So let's see what enchantments we can get. Okay, so put in the netherite pickaxe on the enchantment table. It's not giving us anything new there. We've got efficiency 3 on there, but let's just check the enchantment books on here and see if there's anything new. It doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like we've got any new enchantments with that. But the good fun thing is that if you do get yourself a lot of TNT, this is going to be a really good fun way of finding some ancient debris. Yes, it's going to ruin your nether, and yeah, you're going to have a lot of lava kicking about. But you should be able to find plenty of ancient debris this way. He says, I found 2 pieces. The other thing about this netherite stuff is that if we throw in lava, apparently it should float. So let's see. It bounces around. Okay, well, that was interesting. That's not quite the expected behavior, but I'll take it. I mean, it might be difficult chasing it around to try and find it, but, you know, you can make a minigame out of that. That was so weird. Do it again. Lava elevator, anyone? That's so strange. Yeah, that's not right at all, but I like it. I like it, but I don't want that in the game. Beta, please fix that bug. That's really good. I like that. Anyway, I think I've gone on way too long about all of this nether stuff and all of the changes for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a bit of a different one from me. If you did, please leave a like. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. And hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Bye. Hang on, before I go, I need to check something. Is the Pigman going to bounce around like the netherite thing? No. But Pigman now burning lava. That's weird. Okay. Anyway, bye.